Elections 2024. So elections are about to happen in US on November 5, and of course you might already know that there is always Democrats and Republicans who are running for the presidential campaign. But the early voting has started. Now what does it mean? Early voting means that you don't have to wait for the November 5 to go and cast your vote. You can actually go to the voting station, voting place, voting location, whatever you want to call it, and cast your vote early. I am one of those people who don't want to wait for that. I have already made up my mind and I have already casted my vote. As you can see, that this is a sticker, that they give. This is in, of course, in Georgia, so this is in my state where they give this sticker. Other states might be doing something else. So I have already casted my vote. And before that, when I was not a US citizen, when I was a Pakistani citizen, I have casted my vote in Pakistan as well. And I did it only once. So uh, I would like to share my experience in the voting in Pakistan, which is unfortunately considered the third world country, and in US, which is of course the first world country. So I would like to share my experience in both the countries. Coincidentally, I have voted only once in both the countries. So yep, that the whole information that I'm giving you is my own, my own experience. Some people might have a little bit different experience, so please, don't come after me that hey, you said something different and we found out something different. But this is my whole experience that in both the countries. And also, I would like to give you a summary before going into the details. I would like to share the key differences in both the countries, but I will just give you the summary. So if you want to watch the video only for the first 2 or 3 minutes just to find out the summary, and if you don't want to waste your 10 or 20 minutes, you don't have to watch the whole video. But if you want to watch the whole key points that I'm about to talk about, please be my guest. And this video, I will not be putting a lot of effort in editing or anything because I just want to do this video as soon as I can. I'm not a full-time content creator, so honestly don't have that much time to edit the videos. So if I'm making a mistake during the whole video, while I'm talking, while using any wrong word, I might not be editing it, so please bear with me. I apologize in advance for that. So let's get into it. So the elections in Pakistan. The whole summary of Pakistan election is, when you are a registered voter and you want to go and cast your vote, there is only one day. There is no early voting or anything. So the whole one day you get a federal holiday. You don't have to go to work. Everyone is off, and you can go and cast your vote, whatever the voting location is. We will go into the details, but in summary, I'm just skipping everything. So everything, you go into Pakistan and everything is manual, by the way. So you to the voting station, you cast your vote, and it's not like only Democrats or Republicans. There are like several parties in Pakistan which actually run for the prime minister or presidential campaign, whatever you want to call it. And then it's whole the manual process. You don't have the correct information a lot of time. Even if you don't know where your voting locations are, you have to talk to a lot of people. You don't know if you are a registered voter or not. It's a whole lot mess. That's why you will find that maybe like 50%, 60% of the people in Pakistan don't even go for the voting. Maybe my numbers are wrong. I haven't done my research on it, but not a lot of people go to the voting for in Pakistan, unfortunately. So even when I went for voting in Pakistan, I went because at that time Imran Khan was running for the prime minister or the for the ruling party, and I voted for him and he won. And I still have hopes that he is the only one who can change Pakistan's image, Pakistan's conditions in future. I don't trust any other political party, but that's of course my personal opinion. For US, that experience was totally different. So in Pakistan, when you go for voting, I will show you that we have a CNIC that you need to take the original one with you for the voting. But of course, everything is manual. They check your record and everything, and then they get you to the polling station, and there is a manual paper that you have to stamp or sign, something like that, and then they put a ink on your thumb to validate that you actually voted. There is nothing like a sticker or anything that they give you. In US, you have a driving license. I will show you my driving license. I have to hide all the information. I'm sorry. This is my Georgia's driving license. This is what you have to take to the polling station, and this is how they validate that if you are eligible to vote in this that state. And then they give you a green card. I will put that green card uh, picture over there somewhere in our screen. So that is a green card where they put all your information temporarily. So you go to a voting machine where you put that card, and then you make all the selections. The selections is about the candidates who are running in, and they actually put the name of the candidate, like either he's a Republican or a Democrat. In Pakistan, it doesn't work like that. You have to remember the signs or the symbols that they give to every political party. Like if you are voting for PTI, there is a cricket bat. If you are going for a PML, they have a lion. So this you have to remember the symbols of that pairs people. You I mean you just don't remember them. On I mean I don't know. I mean this is how it is. But in US, they actually show you the name of the presidential candidate. Like if you are voting for a Republican, Donald Trump's name will be there. If you are voting for the Democrats, the Kamala Harris name will be there, and they will show in the bracket that it's Republican or Democrat. After that, they will also ask in the computer screen that House, House Senate, who you would like to vote, and there are other questions as well, that which candidate you want to nominate for the Senate, etc. There are like 3 or 4 screens. So after selecting all of that, there is also the questions about if you want to vote, we are about to make this change, would you like to vote yes or no for that? So they also take your opinion on the things the major things that they want to change. Just like if there is a tax exemption, they will say that we are about to increase the price from like the tax exemption from 7,500 to 20,000. I think that was for homestead tax exemption, and you want to say yes or no to it. They want to for immigration they want to like lower the amount. Like there were like some other questions. I'm just making the things up, but there were some questions, and of course I'm not giving the exact information because of the to keep everything as private as I can. That's why even the pictures that I'm showing you are not the original pictures. I was not allowed to take any pictures inside, so I have just googled it, and I'm putting all the pictures which are already available on the internet. So this is the whole process. Like the in Pakistan, it's most of the things are manual. Information is not very clear, and people usually don't go. But in US, people actually go. They are really into it. People know where to go, and they put all the signs and everything. So even if you are not a registered voter or you are on work visa, you can still see that that's a polling station where you can go and cast your vote. So this is the whole summary about third world country and the first world country, that the documents that you need, and the whole process. I'm sorry if I went a little bit over the 2 or 3 minutes explanation, but this is kind of the summary for the whole process. Now I will be going into the details and the key differences that I've noticed in US and Pakistan. Now if you want to stop the video, this is the time where you can actually stop the video and you don't have to waste any more time. But if you want to stick around, be my guest. So the first key difference that I already knew and I've already shown and I will show you again. The first key difference is the document. Like this one, this is my identity card of Pakistan, which is not valid anymore because I am not a citizen. I have a This is a CNIC, computerized national identity card, which I don't have anymore. This is an expired one. I have a NICO, which is National Identity Card for Overseas Pakistanis. So this is what they give you, when you become a dual citizen. So, but when I voted, I was a only Pakistani citizen. The first thing that I noticed that you need a CNIC and you are already a registered voter, because once you get registered, once you get your CNIC, when you become 18 year or older, you get your CNIC card, and then you are automatically a registered voter. So they registered you automatically. In US it's different because US is not only like one big, it's a one big country, but there is like 50 states. So all these 50 states have their own ways of keeping the data. So once you become the US citizen, it's your responsibility to go and get your DMV record updated. By DMV it means the driver's motor vehicle. In Georgia we call it DDS, but usually the DMV is the abstract term. So there you get your license. If you already have a license, you still have to go and tell them that, hey, I become a US citizen, please change the record. That's how they will actually register you to vote in that specific state. let's just say if I move from Virginia to Georgia and I don't get it updated, I cannot vote in Georgia, so I have to get and get my records updated. Otherwise I have to go to Virginia and vote. But that is, I think I don't know if that is allowed or not. But anyways, that is first thing. So once you become US citizen, you have to go into the DMV or DDS and get your records updated. So that's how you become a registered voter. In Georgia, we also have a website where you can check that either you are a registered voter or not. So you provide your information in that website and you can see if your registration is active or on hold, whatever the story. Mine was active, so I went and I did it. That is the first difference regarding documentation. The second difference, of course, is the voting locations. Oh my God. In Pakistan, people are so confused where the voting location is. Mostly it's like the public schools or a big place where they, do all the voting. But finding out where to go, a lot of time I have heard scary stories that people went to one place, then they say, no, your previous address was not changed. So you have to go to like 10 kilometers, which is like 5 miles away from their home. You have to go to that place. And that place is already overcrowded because it's only one day from like 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So like everyone is rushing into it. Like 20 million people are rushing to the different locations. It's some mess going somewhere else. And maybe 5 miles or 10 kilometers might not sound a lot to you, but beware, it's not US, it's Pakistan. Traffic is always horrible. It's always bad. Either you are living in Islamabad, Karachi, Lahore, every city the traffic is not good. Going from one location to another, it's not easy. If it's close to your home, like when I voted, it was really close to my home. I was already registered there, so because I was living on that address from a long time, so I didn't had any issues. But I have heard scary stories. So, but in Georgia, in US, the voting locations, they put so many signs, even a blind person cannot miss it. It's so easy to find. I was even lucky enough in Georgia that the voting location was honestly 1 minute drive away from my home. 1 minute from my parking lot to the parking lot of this. Honestly, 1 minute. But even the people who are living far away, it was like at max 5 or 10 minutes. Otherwise, there's so many locations. It's so easy to go there. The second difference is the voting location that I noticed. Third and most important, everything is manual in Pakistan. Oh my God, that NIC that I showed you, it is computerized. They can put it in a computer, they can check your record, but it's manual. They have like all the printouts, they check your number and everything. Oh my God, why that is so manual? And even when you cast a vote, it is manual as well. Like you have to put like ticks or signs or stamps on some things, and then you put it in a ballot box, which is again a manual box. Oh my God, everything's so manual. Though we have, I told you, like once you get your CNIC, you are automatically a registered voter. Still everything is manual. Why is that? It's a third world country. We don't have the resources. People don't put a lot of effort in the IT and getting the system updated, which creates another corruption issue because the people who cannot cast their vote after 5 p.m. there are like other people they do the corruption and they cast their vote for the whatever party they favor, or whatever parties they have given the money to do that. Unfortunately, that's a separate story for a separate video. But yeah, this is what happened in US. It's all it's all automatic. It's all like so much it's so much digital. They take your they take your driving license, they put it in a computer system, they validate it, they just actually scan it, ching. And then once they validate your information, they ask you to keep your driving license with you, and after that they give you this green card, which is just a temporary card for at the moment to cast your vote. And then you go to the a specific machine where you put your this automatic card in that machine, that smart chip card. And in that machine, after that, it starts giving you all the options, like which candidate you want to select for the president, Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, or who would you like to select for the house, for the senate. And then after that they start asking questions. This is the agenda that we are about to make change, like maybe the tax exemptions, maybe the immigration rules, maybe the construction budget changing, several things they ask. And they take your opinion while you're voting. I love that idea. That was great. So everything is digital, it's not manual. After that they give you a printout which usually comes out of the printer. And it's a little hard printer than the normal printer. It's not the normal A4 size. It's a little hard one, a little harder than normal paper. and then you have to go to another scanner kind of a thing, which once you get the printout, it actually has a QR code and all the information that you've selected, and then you actually put your printer that paper in that scanner, which actually scans that QR code, and then your vote is casted. But of course, the early registration means that you have casted your vote, but they don't count it unless that election day is passed. So they just keep it in a record that okay, you are done with your civic duty. It's the vote is casted, but after that, they have a process of counting it later on after the day, which for 2024 is November 5th. Now, third or fourth thing that I noticed difference is the federal and state holiday. In Pakistan, it's a federal holiday for everyone. Everyone takes off, everyone go and do your civic duty, because of course there's only one day, right? So you cannot just go and do it separately. Like you have to go on the same day. So of course they have to give a federal holiday. But in US, some states give a statewide holiday. Some states don't give a statewide holiday. Like Georgia don't give a statewide holiday. So we are not gonna get off on November 5th. Some state holiday, state employees might get, but the companies are not liable to give a holiday to the employees. So this is fourth difference. Fifth difference, early voting. In Pakistan, we don't have a concept of early voting. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. We have only one day, and the whole country, like the 20 million people, has to go and vote. But in US, they start early voting, which I love it. I love it. I am totally in favor of early voting, so people don't have to like wait for that one day where they have to go and cast the vote. And also, like whenever you have time, you just go. They start early voting from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. It is a quite big window to go and do this. Just go in your lunchtime. Honestly, when I went there, it took me, honestly, like me and my wife, took us like at max 10 minutes to do the whole thing, from the parking to getting into the lane, getting our records verified, selecting all the things in the machine and casting a vote. Whole thing took 10 minutes. Then we wasted, or we took like 5 more minutes to take our pictures and everything outside the election, election place, the vote casting place. So yeah, that's what the fifth difference. Sixth difference that I noticed was the awareness, the information. In Pakistan, we don't have the awareness that who is running for the election for which party. You really have to keep watching the news and keep watching, but the general people don't have the awareness that who to vote to, who is running in our area for that party. And also people don't have the awareness of what will be the process. In US, people actually have that awareness, where to go, what to do. Generally, like more than 60% of the people know what to do. In Pakistan, more than 70% people don't know. Even I didn't know what to do. I just took my original NIC and I went there. I said, okay, what are the processes I want to follow? In US, I already knew that there will be early voting. There will be machines that where I will be casting the vote. So I almost knew like the 70 or 80% of the process. In Pakistan, I knew only 20% of the process. So that's the awareness and the information where to go, what to do is not very common in Pakistan, but in US um, it is like that. Now the seventh thing is the voters. In US, like I think, if my numbers are not wrong, not wrong, I'm just assuming that I think almost like 70-80% of the people actually vote. The registered, the people who can vote, I'm talking about those. But in Pakistan, I think 30% of the people only vote, or maybe 40%. It's not a lot of people who go for voting. I personally know the people who say that I'm a registered voter and I'm not going for the vote. Everyone is evil. Even if everyone is evil, you have to select the less evil guy. That's my opinion. But people don't go for the voting. So yeah, these are kind of the differences that I have noticed when I voted in both the countries. And yeah, I just wanted to share that information with you guys. I'm sorry my video took a little longer than I expected it to be, but I just wanted to share all the information that I can with you guys. If I have missed anything, please let me know. If I made any mistake during the video, please let me know. I read all my comments. Honestly, I read all my comments, and I want to make my videos more better. And one more thing about my channel is that I used to make my videos in Urdu, but now I switched to English because most of my audience are who can understand English, like either Americans or people from Pakistan who can understand English. So let me know whatever the mistakes I have made in the video, anything you want me to make any changes in the video, I will do it, I promise. If that is a very legitimate reason, like if you don't like the background, you want me to do something more, you want me to put more pictures, or you want me to do a voiceover, you don't want to see my face, I can make a video and don't, I will not show my face and I will just keep talking about that stuff. So yeah, let me know if I how I can improve my videos, and please let me know what you think about this video. So yeah, that's the difference that I have noticed from Pakistan to US regarding the voting process. And I hope that I'm able to upload this video today after editing and everything. And yeah, that's it I would like to talk to you about, guys, about. Thanks for watching my video, and see you in the next video then.